Hi, I'm Coach Leslie.
And I'm Coach Andrea, and welcome to CLA Fitness, full body, no gear routine. This is routine number 3.
And there are no excuses.
That's right. You don't have any time, you don't have any gear, you're out doing stuff with the kids, you're at work,
Traveling.
you're traveling, whatever. All you need is a flat spot to do some of this work and no gear.
Make sure you warm up a little bit before this routine. You can walk around the block, you can take a flight of stairs, you can march in place, anything, or you can do it after you've done a short, easy workout.
That's right. If you're not sure what is appropriate for you, how to fit this routine into your training plan, don't forget you can consult with Coach at any time. You'll see some modifications with this. Choose what's appropriate for you and do as many reps as you are comfortable with. It's a challenge, but you're not meant to be super sore the next day, right?
No, and you can always work up to however many reps we're doing. So we're going to go through each exercise one time through, and then we're going to repeat it for a second round. If one time's enough for you, then leave it at that.
Okay, let's get started, team.
All right, we're going to start with just a couple moves that are going to help us warm up a little bit. We're going to start with just marching in place for a minute.
You ready? If you've been sitting for a long time, just kind of ease into this motion. I can feel it in my hip flexors right now.
Make sure you square your shoulders up. If you want, you can add an arm in if it feels like it warms you up a little bit more.
There's a couple variations.
Yeah, you can go out forward. You can even add some running arms if you wanted to.
Oh. You're not like me, do it the opposite. Wait. Boy, this is when a minute feels so long.
20 seconds. And good.
I feel that in my quads.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, the second thing we're going to do is just a side shuffle. We're going to do it just in place because we have a small amount of space. You can go further each direction.
Yeah, depends on where you are.
Right. You're going to hinge at your hips and kind of sit back. You can bring your hands out front. You can keep them on your hips, whatever makes you feel a little more centered. You want to think about the push off versus pulling out, and then you're just going to step back. We're going to do this one for a minute as well.
Think about pushing out with your entire leg, not just your foot.
If you're feeling it in your back at all and in your low back, kind of adjust your position. You can come up higher, you can sit lower.
Again, we're just warming up, getting those glutes moving. Some of the larger movers in the body getting warmed up.
Another very long minute.
I know. By myself, I cheat.
Wouldn't we all? 10 seconds. Good job. All right, I'm warm. All right, next thing we're going to try is a wall sit. I'm sure most of you experienced these sometime in elementary school or somewhere along the way, maybe.
Yeah, not necessarily.
No?
No, not me.
We had to do them in PE.
Oh,
It wasn't very fun. So you can use a wall. You can use another person.
Technically, we're not going to demonstrate that for you.
You can use a door jamb, which we're going to show you. But really anything you can get up against.
That's solid.
Yes. You're going to come down. You want to make a 90-degree angle with your knees. You want to make sure those glutes are what's engaged. You want it more in your glutes than your quads. Your back is flat against the wall, and you're just going to hang out here.
I remind myself to push through the heels for this one. I still feel a lot in my quads, but that's okay. It's also a good quad strengthening exercise. But you're really trying to feel it in your glutes a little bit as well. And this is when a minute will be a long time. So if you need to come up, that's fine, take a break. If even just being up a little bit, if that's where you are, that's fine. And you can bring back down as you get stronger.
Make sure your core is engaged as well. Keep rethinking about getting those glutes to help you. Lifting those toes a little bit.
If you get more advanced, you can try lifting a leg. Yeah. Even just sitting with one, right? It's a pretty good control right there. I'm gonna leave it right here. What's screaming for you? My quads are. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I was hoping it would be glutes, but it's
I'm working on those as long as I'm pushing hard. Oh, thank goodness. Good job. That's a hard work. For the next thing, we're going to do step back lunges, and we're going to do 10 on each side. All right, so this is standing with your feet balanced, and you're going to step back into a lunge position, and then without really pushing off in that back leg, using your glute on your standing, bring yourself back up to balance. Now you'll notice I'm going to be holding on, and that's perfectly acceptable. Leslie's going to do it freestanding. We're going to do 10 on each side. Let's go. Remember, you want to make sure your knee is tracking over your ankle.
Making a 90-degree angle with that front knee.
You don't have to go down as far as we're going, or you could go farther. It just depends on where you are. Using that glute, pull
Really
yourself
squeeze
up.
at the top.
I hope you're counting.
This is 8.
Yay!
Last one on this side. Good.
All right, next side. Okay, ready? Let's go. You may find that you're stronger on one side rather than the other. That's great. That's why we're doing these.
Three more. Good job.
All right.
Whew.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Okay, next we're going to do calf raises, and we're going to do it in 3 different variations. Leslie's going to have the chair for balance this time, and I'm going to do it freestanding, and that, again, is up to you, whatever works for you.
First one, you're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart. You want to keep your weight going all the way through your feet evenly, and just come up onto your toes and slowly back down. Try not to rock off to one side or the other.
And you'll find that everybody has a different range of motion with this.
Do 10, 10, 10.
Okay.
Let's do 3 more.
Ooh, quick one.
Good. Now we're going to turn our toes out. Again, you can keep your legs kind of shoulder width apart. You can go a little bit wider if you need to. And again, you're going to try to stay centered over your feet and coming up onto your toes and back down.
Ooh.
If you have a mirror, this is a great thing to watch in the mirror, just to see how high your heels are coming and if they stay even. Let's do 3 more. Good, and for the third variation,
It feels a little awkward.
yes it does. You're going to turn your toes in and also come up.
Whoa.
And you'll notice as you do these, your toes will kind of start to come apart a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I have to keep reminding myself, very even through the forefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Not on one side or the other.
Good, last one. Great job.
Okay, here we are. We're down on the mat. We're going to start with push-ups. And yes, push-ups again. But they are a very effective exercise for a lot of different reasons. And so that's why we're here.
You want to start with your hands kind of even with your chest if you were down on the mats. What we're trying to avoid is you don't want your hands out in front of you where it puts a lot of stress on your shoulders. So you can either think about lining it up to your shoulders and wrists or just next to your chest.
And we're going to do these from our knees. If you're strong enough for your feet, great. If you're not, that's also great.
Yep. Think about that core being engaged. This is a chest exercise, a core exercise, a triceps exercise.
If you find that you are having to like arch your back to get yourself off,
Take a break.
yeah, take a break, because that's not the point of these. Or just don't go down as far as what I find I have to do.
We have 3 more. Really hold that core tight. Keep that head nice and neutral with your spine. Last one.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
Always fun. Always.
But man, they work.
Then we're going to go straight into a front plank. This one we're going to do from our hands. You can sometimes do front planks from your elbows, sometimes from your hands. And we're going to add a rear delt lift with this, which simply means we're going to bring your arm out to the side. And we're going to alternate which arm is coming up.
Leslie's going to be on her feet. I'm going to show the version on my knees. So whichever one works for you.
So you're going to bring one arm up, and bring it down, and then you're going to switch.
And try very hard not to shift your body weight too far over to the side or let your hips sag.
Right. Or let your hips come up.
Yeah, you often see people doing that. So keep your body in alignment. And you're leading with your, looks like your pinky up. That's what we're doing.
Yep. We got 2 more on each side.
Last one. Next we're going to do a tricep dip. We're just going to do it from the ground. Leslie's going to show the version with one leg, that's adding resistance, so it makes it a little harder. I'm going to show with both legs on the ground. There's not a lot of different ways to do this to get your triceps. And so, hey, this is a good basic exercise, kind of like push-ups are for the chest.
Make sure your hands are pointed forward. Lift your body up. You can start kind of in a bridge. I'm going to lift one foot. You're going to lower down, not quite all the way, back up. It's a pretty small motion. Think about squeezing a beach ball between those elbows in the back. Switch legs.
Keeping your elbows pointing back when you're bending them.
Right. We have one more. Good.
Oh, nice job.
Nice work.
Okay.
All right, next we're going to try a side plank, another one of our favorite exercises, but we're going to add a variation to it with bringing your knee up to your chest. Andrea's going to do it from her knees, which is one variation, and I'm going to do it from my feet. Find the way that works for you, that you can keep the proper form. If it's too much to do the motion of bringing your knee to your chest, it's fine just to hold the side plank. Yes. Again, we want to pay attention that your elbow's lined up under your shoulder. You're going to start out just in your side plank, and then if you're comfortable, you're going to bring your knee up towards your chest and just right back out.
Keeping your head in alignment with your spine, core engaged.
Two more. Good job.
Nice. Switch sides. If we were outside, it wouldn't matter right now. But oh well. I could hear you working back there.
I know. All right, here we go. Up, and then bring that knee forward.
Continuing to breathe, keeping your head in alignment. You often see people kind of looking in funny positions in this.
Two more. Great job.
Nice.
That's a hard exercise. Yeah. But a good one. So for this one, you're going to lay back. You're going to do your abs. It's for your abs, lower back. And you're going to kind of take your hands and your head, look towards your belly button. And you're going to take your legs out and make a scooping motion towards your body. You only want the angle to be as high or low as you can keep it and keep your back flat.
And you'll notice I'm not doing a big range of motion because that's where I am with my low back and my abs.
Good. Now we're going to reverse that.
Oh my goodness.
So go out, come back up, around. Make sure you're not pulling on your neck. This isn't a neck exercise. Two more. Great. Good job.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's
Okay, now we're going to flip over. We were working kind of the front of our core, so we're going to go for the back of our core. We're going to do a prone Superman punch. So you're just going to be laying flat on your mat. Your arms bent and out to the side. And you're going to lift your arms and you're going to punch forward and come back. Now you can either leave your feet flat on the ground. If you have any back problems, that might be where you want to be, or you can lift your feet up, depending what makes you comfortable. Andrea's going to lift her feet up.
And I'm not gonna, it's not real high up. I'm not overarching my back, just keeping core totally engaged.
Right. Okay, let's go.
You should be looking down at your mat, keeping your spine, your head in alignment.
You think about pulling your shoulder blades back when you come back. Got two more. Good job.
All right.
Okay, the last.
exercise.
This one is a windshield wiper. And a lot of people have done this, and a lot of people have heard about it. And there's many variations and much discussion on proper form. So we're going to take you through a couple variations. You're going to start on your back. And the goal is to keep your shoulder blades and hands kind of anchored to the floor. And you can do it with a straight leg, or you can do it with bent legs. And the key is going to be able if you can keep good form. Now with a straight leg, you're going to come all the way over to the side. You want those feet glued together. You're not going to quite come to the floor. You're going to come back and off to the other side.
That's one.
That's one. Now if that's too much, you bend your legs and you do the same motion, keeping those knees and feet glued together and coming back up.
And it's not momentum moving your legs. This is very deliberate with your side abs. It's doing it properly. It's a hard exercise.
You'll really feel those obliques pulling. Keep those feet and knees glued together. It's much easier if you let them stagger. The last one for right now. You might find that one direction is easier than the other. I know I do. Great. And bring your feet down to rest.
Whew. All right, good job. We've done through it once. If that's all you have time for, see you next time. And we're going to repeat this whole series for everybody else. All right, ready for the second round? Good job for joining us for this part.
Right.
Go back to wall sits.
Yes, we're skipping the 2 warm-up exercises because we're plenty warmed up. Back to one of our favorites. So down into that sit you go. We're going to be here for 1 minute.
90 degrees.
Yep. Really use those glutes. Lift your toes up a little bit. Try to relax your upper body. Core engaged.
Breathe. Right?
Don't forget to breathe. It's very common to hold your breath.
Yes, it is. This exercise I do sometimes when I'm waiting for the elevator at work. It's a good way to sneak in some random exercises. A lot of the squats and the lunges you can do that with.
That's a great idea.
Breathe. Okay, here we go. Stay with it.
You have 20 seconds left. That's it. We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Hold on. You can even, if you really want to change things, you can try bringing your arms up. I'm not doing the leg lift, notice. Nope.
Alright, and you are done.
Good job.
Well done. Okay, we're back onto our step back lunges. We're going to go for 10 on each side.
Now I'm holding a chair again for balance, keeping my knee properly aligned.
Yes, remember that 90-degree angle with your knee and making sure to watch it track. So if you have a mirror, look at it, and it's amazing what you can see.
You may see some wobbling. That's okay.
That's okay. All right, here we go. Drive forward.
And if you are holding on, try letting go every once in a while and see what that's like. As you get stronger, you'll have less of a need of it. And that is the goal, to get stronger.
Yes. Good, really squeeze that glute at the top. Got 3 more on this side. Great. All right, and on to the other side.
I like those ones, I don't know why. They're just a good exercise. Pushing through your heel. If you're a runner, I think of this motion when I'm running. Because it is kind of that paw back.
Yes.
Which we all need to be working on. Working that glute.
And 1 more. Good job.
Nice.
All right, and on to calf raises.
I'm actually going to hold on this time because I was a little wobbly as well.
All right.
So let's put it in the middle for us.
That works for me. So this time we're going to do it with a bent knee.
Ooh, sneaky.
Because actually you have 2 muscles back here in your calves that we want to work both of, and one is worked with a straight leg, and one is worked with a bent leg. So you're going to start with your knees bent, and then go up into a toe raise and back down.
It feels a little awkward doing this. That's okay.
Try to keep that weight centered on the ball of your foot. Got 3 more.
And up on the toes as far as you can, which is comfortable for you and your feet and calves. A lot of it is flexibility, some mobility.
Good. And we're going to go toes out. For those of you that took ballet, you
Yes,
might be
right.
reminiscent. All right, and up you go and back down.
Ooh, wobbly. Oh, I can feel the other work we've done though. Those quads are still.
That's awesome. And 2 more. Good. And toes in. This is the one that gets pretty awkward.
Right.
But it's still a good exercise.
I don't think I've ever done it this way.
2 more. And there you go.
Alright.
And we're gonna move back to the mats.
Yes. Okay, back to our favorite push-ups.
All right, we can do this. Nice, good form, core is engaged, body is straight. Don't forget to breathe.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping your head in alignment. If even doing it from your knees is too much, you could do this from a counter or against a wall. There's nothing wrong with that.
Park bench. We got 2 more. Good job.
Oh yeah.
All right, and we're going back to our front plank with our arm lift. All right, you're gonna take your body into a nice plank. Hips are nice and level.
From your knees if you need that.
Yeah.
I'm demonstrating that for you.
We're gonna take our left arm and lift straight out to the side and bring it down. And then our right, try not to shift your weight.
Remembering to breathe.
You have 3 more each way. Good work.
Sneakily hard, aren't they?
They're a great one. All right, now we're going to go on to triceps. Back to our dips. You can do it with one leg down or both legs down. It's a small motion. Your hands are pointed forward.
Now this one is trying to start to bother my wrist sometimes, so bringing your palm, just your palm part up, can sometimes help. And
Absolutely.
it's a little bit hard to get it, but it helps. Like it's bothering my one wrist. So.
Yeah. All right. And come up in your bridge. Go one leg and down. Back up. I always like to imagine a beach ball between my elbows. That helps me keep my elbows back. Switch feet. One. Good job.
All right.
Phew. Nice work. All right. On to our side planks. And bring in that knee to your
Yes.
chest, if you can. Move my mat just a little bit. Okay, up you go in your plank.
I'm doing it from my knees.
Yep, and your elbow and shoulder are nicely aligned. And then you're gonna bring that knee up to your chest and back out.
Remembering to breathe. Keep your head in alignment. Core engaged.
We have 2 more. Good job.
Okay, switch sides. All right.
All right, here we go. Up in a plank, and then bring that knee up.
Where are you feeling? I'm feeling it in my glute on both sides. It's working.
Ooh.
I know. Shocking.
One more. Good. Come on down.
All right.
Nice job.
All right, now we're going to go back to the ab in and outs, or what we're calling these. Lay back down.
Legs are up at tabletop. And you're looking up towards your belly button. Some people will choose to lay flat with their arms out. You can kind of play around with that if you feel pressure in your neck. From here, you're going to reach out and kind of scoop towards your body. Only go at whatever angle. You can keep your back nice and flat.
May not be a big motion. It's all right. And the tendency would be to rush through these, so we're doing it very slow and controlled.
One more this way. Good, now reverse that motion. Got 4 more.
Stay with it.
Nice job. Ooh.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, we're gonna move on to our prone Supermans. I'm gonna keep my legs down. Andrea is going to be lifting hers up. Regardless, you want to engage those glutes, keep your core engaged. Your arms are kind of in a cactus arm position, and you're gonna take it forward and squeeze those shoulder blades on your way back.
If you have your legs up, you can squeeze your glutes, keeping your head looking down at the mat, so you want it in alignment with your spine.
Don't forget to breathe. Last one. Good.
Nice.
All right, and on to our last exercise, our Windshield Wipers. Start by laying on your back. Go towards that end of your mat, though. There. And you can have legs at tabletop, or you can do legs straight up. Arms are out to your side, shoulders are relaxed and stay on the ground. And then you glue those heels and knees together. Come to the other side.
Slow, controlled motion. Really using those side abs to move your legs back around. Phew, it's a good one.
One more each way. Good job. Nice work.
Yay!
Thanks for joining us on our CLA Fitness Full Body No Gear Workout number 3.
Number 3. Woo! Don't forget to like us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our channel. And we will see you next time. Thanks.
Bye. How are we going to do this? Especially because we're different heights.
Does it work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Here comes Monkey.
Hello.
Hi, Bubba.
Just like, whatever. I'm going to my couch. Well, where's your couch? I know, we're using everything.
Come over that one. That's sweetness. Sweetness. Thank you. Okay, you have to let us